Back with NBC News In Depth. A big name has been silenced for the time being in Russia. Over this past weekend, Garry Kasparov, the former world chess champion, who's a loud critic of Russian President Vladimir Putin, was arrested in Moscow and thrown in jail. Putin and the White House sniped at each other again today, and for some perspective on all this, we talked today to journalist David Remnick, the editor of The New Yorker. He's a Pulitzer Prize-winning writer and the veteran of that region who covered Russia for years.
Garry Kasparov, the former world chess champion and one of the great chess champions of all time, is a powerful intellect and a charismatic figure, but his power, the way you and I understand it, is near to zero. His threat to the regime, on the other hand, is intellectual. It's cumulative. That's what they fear, that somehow he will manage to infect the Russian populace with contrary ideas. The new arrangement in Russian society today is, if you stay out of public life, if you keep your nose out of politics, you're going to be okay. Opposition is shut down, insofar as there is one, almost absolutely. So mass opinion is focused on a singular point of Putin, Putinism, and this kind of corporate state for which Vladimir Putin is essentially the CEO. One of the appeals of Putin's so-called popularity is his reassertion of Russian strength and Russian self-regard, which was at such a low ebb in the 90s. So it now sees itself yet again as an economic superpower, but a modern superpower. All they have to do really is clamp down here and there as a demonstration, and it's enough for people to know. I wrote a long profile of Gary Kasparov for The New Yorker in which he told me that, of course, he fears for his life. He's not a fool, and he goes around with bodyguards, but that's no insurance. He knows that, too. He's a rather brave man.
Our interview with journalist David Remnick. There's much more of our conversation with him. It's on our website at nightly.msnbc.com. We're back.